Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, picking up a cast at the last minute for some League of Lads season number 12 group stage action. We are back for some more group mini best of two action. On the Radiant side, it is the Sassy Cephalopods, who are just coming off of a 1-1 draw. If memory, yeah, they're just coming off of a 1-1 draw up against the number one team in their group, the Broodmother equals no father figure side. Meanwhile, speaking of 1-1 draws, it is your nightmare is over, who have 1-1 drawed every series they have played so far this season. They gone 8-8 with 8 different 1-1 draws. As far as I know, and I've been around for a while, it's unprecedented in Lads history. They are coming up on possibly the full 1-1 gauntlets. If they have 2 more 1-1 draws, then they will have literally 1-1'd every single team in the entire group, which would be absolutely absurd. My name is Badger, by the way. I was waxing on a little bit poetically about team standings. But we are here. Sorry if the energy's a little bit low. I honestly didn't know. See, it's funny. So Andy Bendy asks me to cast. And he's like, hey, Badger, what you up to? You want to cast the series? And at this point, I'm eating some food. I get on the computer. I finish eating food. I message Squid, and I'm like, I don't know Squid. Message Andy, and I'm like, yeah, sure, what up? He's asking, he's like, oh, wait, you're in the series now, are you, Andy? So it turns out he's in the series now. Standing in for Mr. Lens on the Your Nightmare is Over side. I hope he joined on the mic by Salacious Sea Lion 62, aka Salamander 37, aka Rook, aka Jim. Once he's done with his ranked pub game, he's like he's in the mid game of a ranked pub game right now. He'll be on joining me once he's done with that. But yeah. I always feel a little bit sad when I'm not meeting my expectations on the mic, but it's gonna be okay. It is gonna be okay. Regardless, we are in a draft, by the way. We are actually in a draft. First phase ban, Primal Beast Mars, Tiny DP, 5-pick Marana, 6-7 Broodmother Gyrocopter, 8-pick Pangolier, second phase ban, Spiritbreaker Sven, Ursa, Bloodseeker, Bounty, Undying, 15-pick Hoodwink, 16-17 Sand King, Legion Commander. One of those latter two will almost certainly be the Reed hero. The question then becomes, is it Reed Sand King or is it Reed Legion? If I had to guess, it would be a Reed Sand King. But honestly, given the Abaddon carry selection that we're likely seeing from the Radiant side, perhaps it will end up being a Legion 4 Sand King 3 instead. I know Core Legion, not a huge fan of Abaddon. That is for sure. Absolutely for sure. Not a huge Abaddon fan. Sand King, again, if you want to... I mean, Sand King, not a huge fan of Core Abaddon either. But, again, if you're Legion and you're not interacting with the Abaddon directly, you could purge off the silence. Versus if it's on you, you need to preemptively use that, press the attack. So, again, there is some fun to be had in that lane. I'm actually a little curious what ends up being the 5 support here. From what I can tell, it may be a Gyro 5 Abaddon 1. But it also could just be Abaddon 5 Gyro 1. Both certainly possible, and Hobbs does have the 24 pick, so we have a chance for the macro genius to perhaps run some circles around retired old man in the draft. And again, this is definitely a different drafting look from Your Nightmare is Over a little bit, given there is no longer a Shane on this team. There is now a Sauce, though again, no Sauce now. Or sorry, no Shane. Now we have Sauce, and there's no Mr. Lens for at least game 1. I have to go tell Doss to suck it real fast. I have told Doss to suck it, but it's okay. I'm curious to see how the Broodmother goes, though. Again, we've... Wait a minute. So my interpretation of this draft was Pangolier mid, SK Legion both playing like a sort of like 3.5 and Mirana being 5, with it being a 23 pick carry. Turns out I was incorrect. It's a Void Spirit select. I don't think Void Spirit is going to be the carry, which means maybe it'll be Legion Commander carry. Void Spirit mid, Pango Sand King as your 3/4 sort of combo, and then Mirana as a 5. This is certainly fascinating. I am slightly shocked by this selection from Reed. And again, it's almost certainly going to be Reed playing one of these melee sort of heroes 4. But what if it's being a Void Spirit support? I mean, there's a lot of weird options. I think it's going to be Ultra Gunner playing the carry Legion. I think that's going to be his main sort of idea here. He played as carry Abaddon into Legion recently in Lads. Perhaps that is affecting his decision making, saying, you know what, I like Legion into Abaddon now. I played the other side of the matchup. I did not have a good time. Whoa. So it's not a mid Void Spirit. It's the Andy Bandy mid Pangolier. Diesel playing a 3 Void Spirit. Sand King played by Reed 4. Mirana. This is fascinating draft from Reed. This is what happens when you get rid of Shade. This is what happens. This is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating draft here. I am moderately shocked by the events on my screen, but on the Sassy Cephalopods side, we see a much more standard sort of draft. I mean, the only somewhat weird thing here is the 5 Gyrocopter, but again, a number of regions, particularly South America, have been using support gyro for a very long time. I think support gyro is quite good. I don't think this is really that crazy. Other than that, I mean, carry Abaddon's been in vogue for the last month and a half now. Timbersaw. I don't see that much Timber nowadays, but again, this is one of those games where it's going to be a fantastic Timbersaw game. A lot of strength heroes, a lot of melee heroes especially so. I like this, I like the Sassy Squids draft better, and I will be calling the Sassy Cephalopods the Sassy Squids because if you think about it, a squid basically is a cephalopod. And I am going to save a lot of energy by doing that most of the time, but still. I don't have it unmuted, do I? I do not have it unmuted. Very cool, very cool. I always like to check sometimes, make sure I don't have anybody muted in these games, but yeah. We are now jumping on into game number 1. Here we go. Going to be a Timbersaw versus Pangolier middle lane. I'm guessing that's pretty good for Timbersaw. I mean, he had the counter pick. Squid had choice of counter pick there. He said, you know what? I want this matchup. We're playing melee into melee. Sure, it's not a strength hero, but Timber tends to excel in the melee versus melee 1v1s. What a bottom lane. It's going to be definitely the most interesting lane. Abaddon Gyro into Sand King Void Spirit. There's a lot of fireworks that are going to go on bottom lane. Zero doubt about it. And then, of course, top lane. Likely a little more boring. It's Legion carry into Brood off lane. Should expect that lane to go fairly well for the Legion. Or the bottom lane, Burrow is there on Bloom. He's running away. Alaska's on the way. The Remnant hits on Bloom. He'll shield himself. Arrow hits on Alaska. Bloom's still running. Diesel low. Alaska's now taking 3 damage sources. 3 different right-click sources. And First Blood will go to the Mirana, one of those 3 damage sources. Sauce. My PDC Captain Sauce claiming First Blood on that one. It's always a fun way to start off your lads action with a bang. With a nice little pre-horn First Blood. And we are now going to have Jim on the mic. Getting him on Discord right now.
Hello?
We are now being joined by a man of many titles. Former 8K MMR, former DPC player, RuneScape player extraordinaire, Salacious Sea Lion 62. How are you today, Jim?
Chillin'. Yeah, getting my points back.
Nice.
We're reformed.
Are you reformed?
Today we were.
Are you?
Steel smile.
Did you win that game or no?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, we're reformed. I think maybe not. We'll see. I was getting mad, but we're reformed. Steel smile.
Steel City.
It's the okay. It's the Hobbs game, right?
Yeah, we're just going through Dota TV, so it's fine. You hop on over.
Where is the game already started or in draft or what?
Yeah, we're minute 1 into the game right
Minute
now.
one,
You
okay.
missed first blood. Sauce grabbed it, but other than that, nothing too crazy so far.
Yikes! I missed first blood. What? Can I get a quick recap of the team's records again? They're in the other groups, right?
Sassy Cephalopods are 6-8. Your Nightmares Over are 8-8.
And what kind of implications does this have? Like, does one team need these wins? The other team needs these. Both teams need the wins.
Radiant needs the wins. Dire, they can use the wins, but they don't have to. I mean, again, if they get like 1 or 2 more wins, they'll be good. Radiant need like 2 or 3 more wins to make playoffs.
When did this Timber? I don't know how I feel about this. I see this Timbersaw hero, and I don't really.
It was 24.
I don't really like Radiant's drafts that much. It's
I'm happy you disagree. You know, I like the Radiant drafts.
I mean,
think
they
it's
have
normal.
3 cores that don't have stuns, like, and they have 3 cores that all like need gold. So they're kind of like their supports kind of need to play like amazingly. Otherwise, I feel like their hero like their supports I feel like are gonna need to in the game play at a level higher than I would expect people to be playing at in lads, because they're all of the stuns and they're conditional stuns. Like, you know what I mean? So that's kind of my problem with it. Maybe I could see like a team that's really good and like is gonna split the map really well and do all this stuff, like pulling it off. But I feel like Dyers can just stun any of you with like almost any of their heroes, and Radiant has 2 heroes with really weird stuns, and yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it is the
Also-
year of our Lord 2023. Just buy a stun, LMAO. At this point, Bloom needs to, I'd say buy a TP scroll, but get one for free now, so you don't need to get the buy. You don't need to buy the TP scroll.
Also, I feel like I'm kind of surprised they let Andy stand in for the other guy.
For Mr. Lens.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, I don't really know why I feel like they shouldn't have.
It's
No offense.
similar MMR, I'm sure. I don't have the numbers on me, but I'm sure they're similar.
I thought that guy was joining the league at like 6, like low 6.
I think his sign up was like 6-7 or something, but
Oh,
it's been a
Okay.
while. I don't really remember at this point.
Sure. For some reason I thought he was like a low 6 person. I could be wrong, but yeah, I guess it's just distracting from the game. All the lanes have a lot of brawling.
I've just been, moving the camera around, point A,
I
point
think
B,
the
point
most
C.
volatile one to watch is top, because I think top could go either way really hard. Yeah.
So far, bottom has been the most interesting lane. No doubt about it. There's been a lot of brawling bottom.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean I think that Radiant should just win bottom, but like I think that it's really easy to feed to this weird stun combo, to be honest. So that might be what's going on bottom. Oh, also, ooh, I do not. Bloom has only one. Bloom is not maxing the shield first. Okay, maybe Bloom is new to this hero. Oh, wait, Bloom has no Dota plus levels on this hero. What's going on?
Dota Plus is a social construct.
I don't think Bloom is another account player though. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's one of those he's never played
kinda
Abaddon before games.
Like I'm technically like I for a while I was a really low level disruptor, but I played it like a bunch of times in lobby games, so like, you know what I mean? But like I don't know if that's the case for Bloom and Abaddon. I'm gonna be honest. I can now see how they're not winning this lane. You know, no flame. 'Cause I think they should just honestly be crushing this lane. Let me look top. I feel like the Ultra Gunner side should not be this let me see what the actual last score is.
It is 24-6
I think that they should be
versus,
winning this lane
yeah.
early. Like, I don't know how Breedmother last hits level 1 against LC plus Mirana, but just denying every creep, or just them like spam clicking the. This lane has went better for Hobbs than it should have. So I'm assuming that either Hobbs and Redbot played really well, or Sauce and Ultra Gunner played it not well. Because this lane early should be really dire favorite, and then like around level 3 it turns into Radiant, like having even lane.
Turns
Andy's
out
rolling up
Andy hit
Squid.
his 6 first. Squid has no
Fucking up.
points in the chain. Arrow misses from Sauce. Burrow comes in from Reed into the finished roll, and that is your level 6 advantage coming out there from Andy Bendy. Over to the other rune area, it's Sauce dying on Marana, but that's a fine trade, a mid for a sup. Sure, you lose a courier as well, but LMFAO,
I just
who
think this
cares? All
Timber
is
pick
well.
is. I don't know how Squid wanted to pick Timber here. No offense. They have so much magic damage on Dire, and they have so many ways to set up. Like all of their stuns lead into each other. I don't know. I'm really worried. I think Squid's gonna need to play this game really well. Cause I could see him being like, I could see him chain feeding really easily. And yeah, walking. There's just a little support on core violence in the bot lane. Nothing crazy.
At this point, it's now Abaddon's getting run out as well,
Dude,
but
Catwoman's
Abaddon
going
is
crazy, Badger.
apparently. This is a recurring problem, Jim. This is a recurring
No, she was
problem.
behaving well until I started casting. Maybe she doesn't like you. A lot of the time she acts up during cast, Badger. I don't know.
What can you do? Top lane
behaving
arrow
well.
misses from Sauce, and appears to be the fight's over there.
Yeah. Kind of. Has Hobbs just been out of EXP range for a lot of last hits? What's going on?
Not
Or
entirely
maybe,
sure.
maybe. No, I don't know. I don't really know why Hobbs is so much lower EXP than the LC. I'm really confused right now.
Because usually you look at say like Redbot's XP, but Redbot's also pretty low on XP.
Yeah.
So
I don't really. I guess Hobbs just because like up until right now they had the same amount of denies, so that makes me think that Hobbs was just zoned out of some EXP recently. Maybe he got the a wave got denied to the camp. That could be
roll
possible.
again from Andy as a defensive measure. Timber. That's just walk away. There's no Timber chain skilled, so Squid has to walk away from the action. Wait a minute, Reed TP'd in there with very low mana. Squid could punish. Chakram is up in 4. I believe it'll be a kill in 4. Not quite sure how Reed lives, and he does not. Rolling Death
Ooh.
brings him down.
Honestly, these are the kind of play Squid needs. I think that Squid can feel pretty safe with Hood plus a Kaya Sange or Hood like something that makes him tanky, like you know. I think if Squid gets to a lot of items, he can own this game, especially because there's this weird LC carry, which I think is like gonna be bad against it the entire game, pretty much. But yeah.
It's one of those things where I think the idea from Ultra is he wants to interact with Abaddon specifically, because he had a game we played the other side of the matchup, Abaddon into Legion, and it did not go well. It's like, alright. I think he just wants to play the other side of the matchup now.
That's really not... I don't... Is this something that like pro teams are doing? I've never seen this as a response. I don't think this doesn't really make sense, because you could never kill their carry in a duel, which is like almost the entire point of playing LC pause 1 when I see people pick it. Yo, what's going on
apparently
with you?
it's Lad's
You started
tech, I
acting
don't know.
crazy
It
the
appears,
moment I started casting.
appears to be Lad's deck.
Okay, it's Lad's tech that doesn't really make any sense, because like the whole point of Legion Commander 1 is that you kill their carry every fight with Blink Blade Mail. You can't do that to Abaddon. That's like, I'm not even joking when I've seen people like, I think I've seen this LC pause 1 in like a CIS game or something, like a DPC game. I don't know. I saw this in something. Maybe it was like some tier 2 thing, like esports bet tournament or something, whatever. But I remember seeing like a good team playing it, and like all they did was they just dueled the enemy carry the entire game, and that's what they did every single fight, and it was actually pretty cool. But you can't do that to Abaddon, so like.
We
Yeah,
need break, because he's muted during the duel, right?
Oh, but they don't have any break.
You need
though.
break.
Like,
I'm not sure where they're
Yeah.
gonna find the break, but once they find break, then they can kill Abaddon so incredibly easily.
yeah, sure, but like, I mean, if they had the hoodwink, I would understand more, right? But like, they don't. I'll say lanes have. I feel like Squid's lane was not going so hot until he picked up that kill. How much gold did he get from it?
I mean, it was like 250 plus multiple waves of free farm. Oh, top lane, Hobbs went down. Rotation from Andy Bendy. I somehow missed that one. Might be over to mid lane again though. It's Squid diving for Reed. Reed is in the sandstorm. The chakram brings him down. So cross map a 1-for-1 again. Big win top for the Dire. Big win mid for Squidward. And at this point, the haste rune will go the way of Squid, I believe. Yes, it will. So now Sauce is in danger. Only has one leap, and that's a double kill for Colonel Squid.
This
Squid's
is
having a
kind
good
of
time.
what I was gonna say, that like this is kind of perfect, like for Squid.
I was like really worried about like. I think that they should have just kept ganking Squid with their heroes, like, but like not like, cause none of their heroes can solo defend against Squid, but together they have incredible stunts for killing Squid. So I think it's a little, yeah. I don't think Radiant. I don't think. I don't think Dire has the right idea of what to do against this Timber mid.
We're to top lane. Epi. Oh, good bushwhack from Redbot. That'll save Hobbs. I don't think everybody kill anyways, but again, now Squid's arriving as the shocker. Misses the first shocker, but at this point, it is Epi now coming through. Duel on Timbersaw. Andy arrives. Duel will not be won. Timber chains away. Is getting away. Dire need this kill. They're desperate. Southbuckle is up, but it's not quite enough damage. Reed looks for the burrow. It'll hit. The roll has been used. Ultra's running forward. Andy's running forward. Timber is finally dead. But in comes all the Radiant fighting on their tier 1 tower. Ultra is now the new Radiant target. He's one tanky son of a gun, however, and Andy will miss the Sloshbuckle. Rocket hits. Alaska is top of the Burrow strike, and now it's Hobbs and Alaska unable to pursue Ultra or go on Andy. It's only one death on Timber.
I think Radiant really doesn't want to bother fighting these skirmishes. Radiant should be like, guys, we got 3 cores that like all like want to hit creeps for a while. Like, I think that Radiant doesn't want to interact with Dire until they have like a Greaves and a pipe, and at which point, if the game is like, if nothing happens in the game, Radiant will destroy Dire. Like, Dire has like this Void Spirit hero, which is like, it's aside from it being a really bad hero right now, very sadly, I actually love playing Void Spirit. Oh, top.
Top lane. It's a duel on Hobbs. It will not be a duel win, but again, with Reed, Reed doesn't have mana. Reed does not have mana.
Yeah.
That's the walk away.
I think there must have been a miscommunication. Like, it might have been a kill had the Arcane Boots been up in time, but yeah.
Alas, poor Arcane Boots.
Like, I might not like Radiant draft, but I do think that it's, if they get to Greaves and a pipe, and like Abaddon has like Radiance Manta, and the Squid has like whatever Squid is buying, I think that the game will be really good. Dire doesn't really. Dire's like not really using their spells
from deep
together well.
But for a second, Abaddon was dead, but no kill. Unless Sauce.
Oh,
Sauce wants this. He's got the Starstorm. 3 points in it at that. Bloom is man fighting. The stick has been popped. Morana is in danger. Alaska's on the way, but it matters not. It's just Sauce being right-clicked down by Abaddon. A little bit of an overextension. Trying to capitalize on the borrow time being on cooldown, but
I think this Sauce and this. Oh, sorry, Badger, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're saying?
I really think that this Sand King and this Marta need to go walk around together. Like, they need to be together at all times, because together they're incredibly strong. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. But I don't think Dire has a good conception of like their 2 supports should just their 2 supports could buy out all the smokes, just walk around and like kill anyone together. Like, they could go to any cores lane and get a kill. Well, except for bottom. Bottom is like a toss. But this Squid hero could actually feed really easily. Like, Broodmother could feed pretty easily too. Maybe they really want. I think they really want to give Reed a Blink Dagger before they start walking around together, but I don't really think they need to. I kind of wish he had Tranquils, honestly, so he could just walk into like Tranquil's Windlace or something. I don't know.
I'm at the point now where this is usually what Reed does in these games. It's just go in one of these lanes, hit up the farm trade, get that item on a 4 support, which a lot of 4 supports are not getting the money. So that's where Reed excels.
Let me think.
Well, it's a fight in the Radiant jungle. Alaska, the target, stepped on, remped it in, and brought down by Andy Bendy. Nice little easy 3v1 kill on the 5 support Gyrocopter, though. At this point,
not the most fruitful. Not really the sort of hero you want your kills to be getting. Oh,
exactly.
Why is I got to tell Alaska not to do this? Why don't people max their Rocket Barrage first on Gyro, so you have like in max as soon as you have Shard?
Good question. Top lane Sharpshooter is being channeled. Hits on Reed. Reed will get run down. Meanwhile, on the Radiant side, jungle with Squid going over to Sauce. Sauce has 2 leaps remaining. The chain misses. Meanwhile, nothing else has happened. Never mind. The walkaway play by Diesel. Bottom lane. Again, chain forward by Squid into the Dire Tri-Camp. But in comes Andy Bendy with the inhibit, with the mana burn. Arrow may actually hit here. No, it will not. Rocket's on the way. Killed by... I'm not entirely sure what, but at this point, the fight appears to be over unless Dire are going to flood further into this Radiant side jungle toward the last.
Oh, I really don't like this armlet buy.
Armlet purchased, duel, not there in time though. Squid gets away. Arrow again will miss. No, won't! He walks into it. Too bad he's still Timbersaw. He's incredibly tanky. Gyro gets rolled upon, but Gyro's still about 1/3 HP. Stick gets used by Alaska. T1 tower mid gets glyphed by the Radiant side. Squid wants to defend. Diesel wraps around. The man is being burned. Chain from Timber into Void Spirit, but against the dead T1 tower. Squid still running. Call down. Hits on 2. It's slowing. Into Bushwick. Into the Sharpshooter. Void Spirit has fallen. But the duel is there on Colonel Squid. He's got high armor. But is it enough to survive? Yes, it is. At least for the duel. But it's still a kill after the duel ends. Alaska, meanwhile, is still getting run down. Somehow lived for that long. Was right-clicked down by Endy Bendy. Overall there, win for Dire. They did not get the duel win, but again, you throw 2 kills on top of that mid T1 tower dying. It's a lot gained.
I don't think it was as much of a win for Dire as you think, though. I don't know if you noticed, but the Brood got top tower, and then I actually think that I don't think it. I think it was actually a loss for Dire because Radiant has these two cores who are just like completely uncontested, hitting creeps for it, and Dire literally had like all of their heroes mid. Like they weren't farming on anyone. I think it was actually slightly Dire favored. Also, if you notice, Hobbs is ratting the mid tower with the Broodlings. It's just pretty cute.
That's kind of how it goes. I mean, I think it's dead here. I mean, a few more hits. Never mind. 11 HP. 11 HP. But that's.
The question is, will Sauceton realize it and deny it or not? Oh, a brood spider is going in. It's going in.
7 HP. It's still alive. It is 4 more damage, but it's still alive.
There's a little mini.
Redbot's getting it. Redbot's getting it. It's glyphed. The glyph.
Oh wait, that was a bad glyph because they already lost tier 1 top.
Oh no.
Oh, that was
finally
really
going to die, but at this point it's now Radiant getting the other T1 tower in the bottom lane. It's all the T1s grabbed, and again, Andy has to run away from Hobbs. Hobbs is now a very dangerous broodmother.
This is kind of how I saw Radiant winning this game, is that like Dire doesn't really Dire's not using their heroes together very well. Like, yeah. It's pretty bad for Dire.
A call down will slow Ultra's half HP. Reed has the epi into the burrow, but it's still a dead Legion Commander. Sand King wants one more, end up being a 2 for 0 anyways, however. Instead of being a 1 for 1, it's now a 2 for 0, turning into a 3 for 0. Sauce is low. Andy TP's in and Squid taking a lot of damage. The roll comes out. Squidward is going to follow the roll into the arrow. Simply too much lockdown. Now a 2 for 1. Bloom has been stunned. He's relatively low on mana, but he's still an Abaddon, so I do not believe he dies here. Meteor Hammer will certainly hit, but again, it's the instant borrowed time. Diesel is forced to use that Dissimulate to run away, and now both teams will disengage from the team fight.
Yeah, I think Squid doesn't need to really be doing this at all. I think Squid should just ignore them and just keep like farming. Like Dire so far has not like walked their heroes together well. Not really like one time. So they should just like make Dire like actually like use their heroes together smartly and just farm. I think this LC carry is not going to scale well at all.
Well, Bleak Duel will be there, but Diesel from long range is brought down by the rocket and the sharpshooter, and now it's a 1 for 1 trade with Sauce and Ultra on the run. It's going to turn from a 1 to 1 to a 3 to 1 very quickly. Ultra is dead. Double kill for Abaddon. And sure, I think you got the duel win, but it does not matter. It's a big loss for the Dire side.
Yeah. Dire might be having a toughie on this one.
Squid too far forward? He's still fine here, right?
I'm sure Squid is fine here, but not if they all TP and use their spells together really well, so... Honestly, Squid could die here.
Well, the roll has been used. The burrow, a bit of a stun stack on that one. Squid is being kept alive by Bloom and the Hood and the... He's going in!
Oh. They're all kind of just throwing their spells out randomly. I don't want to say randomly, that's kind of mean, but like...
Haphazardly, perhaps?
There's just not a lot of coordination. I feel like they didn't cut. I feel like the game's gonna get really hard for Dire now because their heroes are gonna run out of damage. Like,
you really want to kill Squid, but they're just not killing Squid. I mean, they're trying. They're really trying. It's just not working.
I think Squid should not go Aghanims after. I think he should like get the Kaya Sanj, and then honestly, I think he should buy a Hex. I think if he bought a Hex, he could just like own. I don't think or a Blink or something. Like a Hex or a Blink and then a BKB. And I think he'll own. I don't think he needs to go Aghanims. I don't think he needs like raw damage.
Well, duel once again up. It's a Broodmother versus Legion Commander duel in the Dire jungle. Brood will survive for now. Alaska is arriving to the fight with the rockets. Squid is chasing as well. Ultra certainly will die here. The Chakram comes through and the Legion goes out. One more death on the Dire side. 15 kills now with Reed dying on the east side as well. So 2 more kills for the Radiant side. Looking real good currently for the side of the Sassy Cephalopods. They're up by 7,000 net worth. I'm not even sure when the
I'm
net
gonna
worth
be
got this
honest.
big, but it's large.
I feel like Dire has 2 awful heroes, and like like they're just really weak right now, and they're not really being used well together very well. So there's kind of, I'm not really seeing. I'm not. The game's definitely not over, but the game is just gonna get. The game is already so hard. Like Hobbs is gonna have pipe really soon. Oh.
We're just rolling on around for Andy. Redbot is stunned under the T2 tower. It'll be a dead hoodwink. But Squid is chaining forward, looking for Diesel. Diesel has no spells. Squid is looking for the punish from the chain through. Will finish the kill. And at this point, it's now Saw sleeping going. Blink Duel will be there on Squidward. But he's just so tanky. But he's not tanky enough. The duel's not won, but there's still a kill on Timbersaw. Now it's Hobbs running away. Brood's a little bit too fast, therefore it's no secondary kill. But again, you lose one big core, you lose a red bot hoodwink on top of that. That's a decent bit of gold going back. Problem is, look bottom lane, it's Bloom. Do a bit of Rato, Nino, Dota. Problem is, there's Reed and team on the defense. Andy arrives. Sauce is TPing in. Borrow time in the TP, but Arrow will blocked by the creep! Unfortunate timing. That'll save Bloom's life. That's a lot of gold saved. That would have been a massive kill for the Dire, but massive kill not found.
I think Dire's kind of figured out now that like now the Sand King and the Marana are like walking around together a bunch, and they're like, I feel like they're kind of getting. I feel like maybe now they might get their.
Like, it's not too late for them to just get a bunch of pickoff kills, you know? Like, they can still do that and come back into the game. The question is if they're going to realize that they need to just keep killing them. Because, like, the thing about not having stuns is that if you're really far ahead, if you're really, really far ahead with better scaling cores, it doesn't matter too much. And you can always buy hexes later on in the game. And they have really good heroes to buy hexes and bashers. That's kind of... Ooh. Oh, I really hope Squid takes this Roshan. I really hope Squid takes this Roshan.
Me too. Me too. I don't think he will, but I think he'll probably go to... Where is it going to go? Abaddon doesn't really need it either, so...
Squid is honestly the easiest core for Dire to kill, right? Like, Hobbs has Greaves plus Pipe, Abaddon is Abaddon. Oh, they're going for it. Oh,
Arrow will hit on Abaddon, but again, it's Redbot who the Dire want to kill first, perhaps. Problem is Roshan solo, Saw sleeps in, but he's a little bit too early. But Reed, the follow-up, Roshan dead, but Squid grabs it. Reed certainly will die. 2 dead. Roshan still taken. A valiant attempt has not connected. Ultra will have to blink away. Andy will have to run away. This is a lost fight, and again, the lead extends, and Andy maybe in danger top lane. Hobbs is on the tower dive. Web's placed. Pango has swashbuckle. And the remaining of the Radiant are not there in time to finish the kill.
I feel like Andy needs so many... Like, Dire needs to buy, like, a Shiva's, you know? I feel like Dire needs some way to reduce their healing. And I feel like Shiva's, at this point, is their best bet. The thing is that the Void Spirit is way too poor to buy it. But Andy kind of wants an Aghanim's for more damage, too, so... There's some problems here. I'm gonna put out more dry food for Cat 1 and get some water, and then I'll be back.
Alright, I will be here because we're seeing a bit of a dive on Reed. Middle lane, Sharpshooter will connect from short range. But short range is all you need to get that easy kill on Sand King. Parlay that one into an easy mid T2 tower. Speaking of easy, it's top lane. Correction, actually quite difficult. Andy's rolling around right now. Sauce is arriving, but again, how do you find these kills? You don't. You must run, you must hide, you must escape in your towers. Will crumble. Mid T2 going to die. Top T2 going to die, but at least it will be a trade for the Radiant side. Bottom T2, maybe. Diesel and Ultra are nearby on the siege effort, but again, it seems like it'll be 2 towers lost and no towers taken in exchange, because again, with Alaska and Squid arriving, there is no longer a siege bottom lane, though that top T2, it's just now falling, so it was a little bit delayed, but again, you grab the 2 towers, you grab that outpost, it's more map control. Squid has the chakram, Diesel will remnant just to retreat. Meanwhile, middle lane, it'll be a jump on Redbot, easy kill, but there's no duel. I think Ultra wanted the duel, but maybe miscommunication once again. I mean, no lens. It's Andy in today. They'll bring down Redbot, but no dual win for Ultra Gunner. And now, I mean, again, the Radiant have 3. They have 4 lives to play with at this Radiant Tri-Camp area. And Hobbs playing the split push game. Alaska gets gone on the burrow, is missed by Reed. Arrow misses again. Remnant is dodged by Colonel Squid. Bloom runs in for Sand King. Reed is small once again. Meaty Hammer misses. Andy Dandy is forced to roll on away, stunning 3 heroes. Blink duel be there. Onto the Gyro Copter. Gyro's dropping and Gyro's dead. But Radiant most certainly want vengeance. Bloom, Squid, Hobbs, they're all here. Arrow misses again. Ultra's half HP. He's trying to Duke. He's trying to blink. It's actually going to blink away. However, Bloom has his eyes on another prize. It's Diesel and Andy Bendy. Diesel jukes around his own Remnant. It'll hit onto the Abaddon. Abaddon still has the ulti. Step away by Diesel. Arrow again misses from Sauce, but it's now Andy Bendy rolling up, trying to blink away. The blink has been canceled. Andy is in a very rough situation. He tanks the Bushwhack. He tanks the Sharpshooter. He's dead again. Ultra managed the escape, but again, another lost team fight. You still have that Aegis on the Timbersaw for a minute 44.
Plus side for Dire is the Legion Commander has a BQB now. Don't really think it's going to do that much though, to be honest. Honestly, Dire... Oh, there's another kill bottom maybe?
It's Void Spirit going in, but it's instead into the Radiant mid lane where Ultra was looking to likely cut the wave or do a little bit of greedy play and instead gets destroyed by Squidward.
Dire actually kited that fight in their woods really, really well. The thing is that they're so far behind. Like Squid, like Hobbs has a Hex queued up, and Squid should get a Hex too, and Abaddon should get an Abyssal Blade. And like, I think the game's kind of over, to be honest. I think that like Dire has 2 heroes that are really weak, and those 2 heroes are also poor. So that's kind of doomed. I think that this LC carry like needs to be like it's like a snowball or trash hero, and it's not snowballed. It's kind of the opposite of snowballed.
So if the binary is snowball or trash and it hasn't snowballed, then I think we know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's not quite that simple. I'm being a little reductive, but
I know.
Assuming that Radiant doesn't just like 1x1 feed away massive streaks, and they actually buy like Hobbs actually finishes this Hex, and they get like the Abaddon continues to buy Basher. I think the game is like almost impossible for
Once
them.
Redbot caught the Dire Tricamp, Bloom had shield on cooldown, but Redbot somehow still alive. The step from Diesel finally does the job, but it'll be a 1-for-1 trade immediately, with Reed getting absolutely eviscerated.
Do you see how hard it was for them to kill just a Hoodwink? Like, I mean, I don't even know if, like, yeah, it's the game is so hard. I think that Dire needs to like play every fight like the one they had with just now where they were cutting them really well. They need to do that like perfectly over and over. Yeah.
Well, it is Diesel, forced to step away. He's buying a little bit of time, but again, I mean, it's funny part here. It's not this Hoodwink. It's Hoodwink with the only durability items being a Magic Wand for plus 60 HP and a Wraith Band for plus 4 armor. It's about
They
it.
got they got piped, which is what let them live for like longer. But like, hey, I mean, I don't even think they got Greaves. They just got piped, man. Imagine if they were in range for Greaves too.
Yeah, certainly.
If they're in range for Greaves, they would have lived straight up.
What's Andy up to? Andy's invis right now. I'm not quite sure what he's doing invis, but he's moving around.
I think Andy is trying to farm his Aghanims. I think they need healing reduction. Like, someone needs a Shivas. I don't know, like, getting more damage is really nice and all, but... Oh, Timbersaw has a Hex queued up too. Honestly, I'm not... It's gonna be really hard for Dire now. It is League of Lads, like, everyone can always throw, right? We've won games that actually looked worse than this Badger. So
I
like,
know. Game 2 against Nexty was a lost game.
Game 2 against Nexty looked way worse than this. Like, looked like maybe 5 times worse than this. So,
I think one game against Sev's team too felt like it was super lost, and we won that one too.
Yeah. So.
Oh, the Remnant from Diesel into the Blink duel. It will not be a dual win. But Dire, if they can kill Hobbs, find a massive core kill. Arrow connects, Hobbs falls. Reed and the Burrow in Alaska as well, but Ingham the Radiant. The Cavalry has arrived. Blink from Bloom. Silence on Sauce. Sauce will be the trade very soon. Unless he's purged. Never mind, he's still dead. The purge might have been enough, but it was not enough. Meanwhile, Diesel brings down Alaska. It's a 2-for-1 so far. Radiant want a target to find, but again, the Dire are kiting around again. You mentioned it in a previous fight. Now, oh, the bash on Diesel! He'll use himself, but Ingham's the Bushwhack, dodged by the Assimilate. He'll go to the E. Sharpshooter's being channeled. Will it hit? It will, but it's not enough damage. 15 HP. The step away by Diesel. In comes Squidward. In comes Bloom. Diesel will die. Nearly perfect jukes, but not perfect enough. And again, despite the good kill on Hobbs, it still was not that good of a fight. I mean, sure, it's a 1,000 net worth swing, but it could have been better.
Yeah, and like the hexes aren't even out yet, and when the hexes are out, it's going to be painful.
That's a sad BKB from Ultra. I mean, I think he had to use it, but it's still so incredibly sad. BKB to walk away.
What do you think? There's still a lot of potential for Wombo. I think they need to Wombo Squid out because Squid is their best kill. Could be the Broodmother too. The Broodmother's an alright. Like, I think they need to Wombo out the Squid though. I think leaving Squid alive is gonna cause too much trouble, especially when Squid is a hex, because then Squid will actually be able to get kills like unassisted.
Bushwhack gets dodged. Burr will be there on red bot. Dire want a retaliatory kill for all these previous team fights, but again, they can't even kill the squirrel. The squirrel is alive. Meanwhile, middle lane, it's Bloom, who's been Yuled up in the air. Problem is, Bloom is still playing Abaddon. He'll turn on Diesel. Burrow comes through. Borrow time has been, I believe, manually activated. It'll blink away.
So there's a fight coming up, or like a gank?
Oh, most certainly. It's a chain forward by Squid towards the Steam, but it's a blink duel there at Alaska. Alaska is in a lot of danger, but meanwhile, it's Reed and Diesel going on red bot as well. Both supports are in a lot of danger, but somehow the Ogre Steel Totem keeps Alaska alive. Diesel steps forward, but again, you've lost Ultra Gunner. It's a completely chaotic fight once again, and Diesel is going to try for Houdini play. He'll assimilate to the southeast, but he's chased down by Bloom and Hobbs. Back to the remainder of the team. You've already lost 2 cores. You have to run. You have to hide. It's not a good trade. It's about to be a lot worse if you get caught. TP away by Reed will be successful. Sauce is getting run down by Bloom. Sauce has no leaves remaining. A blink bash. Bash not even needed, but the bash made it a hell of a lot faster. 3 kills now for the Sassy Squids side. And again, we're seeing Andy Bendy on the wave cut action. Is there a wave mid? Actually, there is not. Successful wave cut. Problem is top lane. There's creeps there as well.
All of this is very accurate. Strong agree. Strong agree with the
See,
Badger.
he is hasted. He's rolling on up. Bloom has the borrow time, had to use it and blink away, but Andy is pursuing the blink forward a little bit off the mark. TPM by Alaska to save her teammate. Not that he needs saving, apparently, because everybody's fine again.
Does Dire have any items that could really change this? I mean, I keep saying Shivas, but like I don't know if Shivas is enough to like really like. I don't know, Badger. You got any ideas for Dire? Because I'm kind of.
I don't know. I think you are the expert in this conversation. If you don't have ideas, I don't think I have any either. I mean, I think break is important. Like they need break for this Abaddon, but how can they afford Shivas and a break? All these items are just so expensive. I mean, maybe you can get a Silver Edge on Ultra somehow, but again, there's just a lack of money.
This is fair. I'm thinking, Badger. I'm thinking
too.
I mean, I think Andy should just buy a Shivas. I mean, MKB is quite a bit of damage, honestly. I don't know. I'm kind of stumped, honestly. I would not like to be in their shoes, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
You head across the hallway, knock, knock, open up the door, buy a Shiva's motherfucker. Oh, bottom lane. Wait, Diesel. He's low. He's assimilated in place and stepping to the east. I think he's fine. He is fine. Bit of an odd one bottom lane, but again, Void Spirit, very, very hard not to crack. Top lane, Ultra wants a big duel.
This could be a good kill. Oh, wait.
Oh, there's detection.
No,
there's a sentry on the floor. Ultra's going forward, but Hobbs is playing around the tree so nicely. Andy TP's away, so does Ultra. But a big Abyssal Blade comes in from Bloom. Ultra, I don't know how you live. I don't think you can survive. He wants it to blink away, but there's no way to do so. You're silenced. You're bashed. You're dead, buddy. And it's going to be a dead Legion. No buyback. Dead for 50. It's run down top time, and oh boy, this could turn real bad here.
Yeah. A little worried for Dire. Andy's going to Octarine Core, which I don't really think is the play. Sinking as an Aghanims, which I'm not really getting either, to be honest. But not sure what Void Spirit's buying. They can maybe combo on this Roche, but I don't know if they can walk up. The supports are in a good position. Oh,
Arrow has
Arrow
been
lands.
tanked by Redbot, but that means there's no vision into Roshan. Sure, Redbot, the shield will save Redbot. Diesel has been Abyssal Bladed. That's Void Spirit dead. Roshan still low. Burrow away by Reed. Squid is chasing Mima on the west side. It's a bash on Andy Bendy into the silence. Goodbye, Pangolier. One more core dead. Ultra is back, but it appears to be too late, barring a hero play from Reed. But Hobbs was ready. Sauce dead. Reed dead. 2 more kills.
I'm
2 more
kind of
chase
amazed that
downs.
Broodmother
Roshan's
wasn't
still
banned.
alive, by the way.
Dude, I'm kind of amazed the Broodmother wasn't banned. By the way, I just realized that like this means that like what are the? Do you know what the bans were?
I don't remember, to be honest. I mean, I kind of joined after the bans anyways, but
Sure, sure. I'm guessing one of them was Death Prophet. I don't know what the other was.
I'm sure it has me DP.
I just realized though
gets
that like,
banned
yeah, I
all
don't
the
know.
time. For good reason.
Yeah, I think Radiant's heroes were a little too hard to. Well, I don't know. I'm so surprised that like of a lot of things. I feel like top should have went way better for Dire.
Mm.
Feel like I feel like Dire just didn't use their heroes very well together. I actually feel like I like their draft more, but honestly, when you have like two really like weak out of meta heroes that are just, I think in my opinion, they're just too weak right now, and then you're not really like using them properly either. Like the game is just, how are you gonna win a game like that? You know?
I want to point out that Bloom got the free shard from Roshan. I love the Abaddon shard and the carry build. It's actually really helpful because Diesel's just dead right now. The Burrow epi counter comes in from Reed, but nobody's dying. The roll. It's still not quite enough damage, and Reed is dead. Andy's trying to salvage the team fight, but again, nobody's dead. Alaska alive, Rebel alive. The Blink will be there onto the Squirrel. That will be a dead Redbot, but a Hex is there on Andy Bendy. Radiant pursue. Bash on Ultra. Pangolier dead. Ultra will escape. The racks are just not so lucky. Squid will tank the arrow, but top racks are crumbling. Mid racks are crumbling. That'll be 2 sets at the very least. And we need a miracle at this point. There's no Pangolier, there's no Void Spirit, there's no Sand King. None of them have buybacks,
No,
I
I
should
think we
add.
actually need the player miracle to sub in.
And well, Hex on Legion Commander into another Hex on Legion Commander. What could you possibly do? You are dead. And again, no buyback on Ultra. There's no GG quite yet, but this game is certainly over. There's a GG in spirit at this point.
Have they started the next lot? Do you want to try and join the client, or do you?
I have to restart the stream at this point if I did that, so
Oh, okay,
I'm good.
okay. I don't care either way. It doesn't matter to me.
I mean, I care, but restarting the stream is just not worth it for me.
Sure, sure.
Blink Hex again on the Sand King. Sand King is in danger. Marana's in danger. They're both dead. Hex on Void Spirit. The Yules comes out in time, but again, there is simply death. There's a GG call. Game 1, in dominant fashion, goes the way of the Sassy Cephalopods.
You could give your stream a Discord stream of me doing Zolra, or like you could go to the Zolra watching island, and then they could watch me do Zolra. Because we probably have a bit to go. I don't think they've started yet, so we're gonna have to wait out their game starting and then the DTP timer. But if you have something else you want to like put on to watch it while we wait, that's fine.
I don't. I'm honestly just probably just gonna vamp, but I mean Zola's way to vamp.
Yeah.
What world
I'll
are you in?
say that probably the Dire's biggest downfall was not ganking this Timbersaw early enough, because they had so many stuns to do it. Like, this Timbersaw hero really should have been very vulnerable early in the game, and they actually killed him one time doing the sort of thing I was talking about, and then they just didn't ever do it again. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, what were you saying, Badger?
You're in 354, right?
362.
362.
I don't know why I'm in here, but I am.
A teleport to the island too.
What?
Gotta teleport to the spectator islands.
Oh yeah, it's fairy ring.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just hey, I'm not trying to cause drama here.
You're causing drama.
Dude, what the fuck? I'm getting chunked out. Oh, excuse my language.
What can you do?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see some different heroes from. Well, I don't know. I think Dire's heroes could have actually worked. I'd like to see them ban Breed Mother though. I think people are so horrendous at playing against this hero. Yeah. I think that people should just ban Breed Mother. I think that they had so many amazing tools to deal with it, and it was really never dealt with. They had even more tools to deal with Breed Mother than Timber, honestly. but not once they get to Greaves Pipe, and everyone lets them get to Greaves Pipe for free.
Zora is already half HP, Jim.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting hit insanely hard though, bro. Like I don't know what's going on.
So we're at the point now where Sassy Cephalopods move up to 7 and 8, and your nightmare is over. If they want to keep the legendary streak together, they must win game 2. It is it is an essential that they win game 2.
Wait. So if they don't win, do they not make playoffs at all, or they make lower bracket, or what?
Although it'll be lower bracket still, but
Okay.
the lore is this team has literally drawn every single one of their 8 series up to this point. It's series number 9. You have no prayer up, by the way. But,
No, I'm not getting hit.
You're right. But
that's okay.
We're at the point now where the lore is this team has drawn every single series, and if they lose game 2, then their draw streak ends. So again, history would suggest this team is about to win game number 2. It's what they do, but there's no guarantee for anything in Dota sometimes.
So what if Radiant wins game 2? Do they get into upper bracket, or like what sort of scenario is what's on the line in this game?
I mean, the Radiant just need wins in general. I mean, they're on the bubble regarding making playoffs. Getting a 2-0 gets them more or less off the bubble, probably like a 6 or 7 seed, which puts them into losers. But your nightmare is over again. Barring a complete collapse, they should still make playoffs regardless. But again, it's certainly helpful to get to the point where it's like, all right,
Chat phase, Twitch chat, chat phase. Sorry, you go.
You got this. To secure say it to yourself.
I had to tell Twitch chat so that they knew what was up.
Twitch chat knows.
All right.
At the point where it's like, all right, we just gotta secure that last little playoff spot. Make sure everything is a-okay. And again, your nightmare is over. Even if they lose the series, which would be the first of for them, then they should still be fine. Solar down. Anything good?
Death rune, so that's good. Otherwise, nah. Low amount of scales too, but whatever.
What can you do?
Yeah. Has their game started yet?
I'm in the loading screen. The loading screen.
I'll do another Zolra. Well, actually, do you know how long their delay is?
It should be 2 minutes, but knowing Hobbs, it's probably 5 minutes.
I was gonna say that, like, I don't know if people like know what the delay time should be.
Hobbs is definitely not an expert of lobby creation.
So.
Yep, the wins were not marked. The lobby's probably incorrect delay time. Of course, there's mistakes. That don't happen, but what can you do when the captains cannot follow basic instructions? But we are now jumping into the lobby for game number 2 for your Nightmare Over versus Sassy Cephalopods. Both teams are 1 win under 500. Either team gets a win, they're up to 500, which is nice, of course.
It would be rather hot. Okay, so we see a Broodmother ban now. Some respect being put on the Hobbs name. PB ban. Okay, I imagine they banned that for Reed or something. Probably. I bet Reed is the PB player on Dire.
Yeah, PB was banned last game as well. I was definitely banned game 1.
And Radiant, I should say.
Yeah,
I'm gonna guess that this next ban is a Death Prophet ban, by the way.
I looked up the bans from G1. Hobbs banned PB Mars, and Reed banned Tiny DP. So that means that there is no Mars banned, which again, I know for our team, Andy's been playing a lot of it, but I'm not sure how priority it'll be for this team.
Yeah, that's a good point. Gyro. I like the Gyro. I think Alaska's played it well, and I think it's a strong hero that like doesn't really have any like. If you show Gyro early, I don't think it really matters. Beast is a good response to it. I think they need to pick a 4 with it though that'll actually give it a good lane, not like some like super greedy shit, like Sand King. I think Beastmaster is a really hit or miss hero in lads. Do you know if this guy plays Beastmaster actually or no?
Diesel?
Yeah, I like the opening a lot from Radiant though. This is a big upgrade from some of the, or hopefully it'll be a big upgrade.
I'm sure he does, but I'm looking it up right now. He seems to play like all the offlane. Yeah, he's got 18 games on Beastmaster in lobbies with a 77% win rate. So
this is a good response, sort of. I think it's kind of bad at punishing the beast in lane, but it doesn't get fucked by it. I would prefer to see something that's a little stronger against Beastmaster early on, like a Drow. I think like a Drow gyro lane could really destroy them, but I'm okay with this. This is fine. It's
I gotta
whatever.
say, Jim, Rubik Abaddon 100-0 matchup for Rubik. It's over. It's already over. It's
What was
called.
I gonna say?
100-0 matchup. Let's
No,
call
no,
it.
no. I I'm really curious to see what heroes Radiant's gonna pick, because maybe they'll realize that their heroes weren't actually very good against Abaddon. I don't know if they will though. They might not. If they pick
It's
this LC thing again, I'm gonna say that they're like trying to lose or some shit. I don't know.
it's earlier in the draft as well, so there's more time to respond. I think Abaddon was like 18 last game. It's 8 this game, so certainly a much earlier look. Yeah, I looked it up. It was 18 pick last game. It's 8 pick this game, so a lot more time to counter it in the draft.
Gotcha, gotcha.
That's 2 whole more counter picks.
Question is what heroes they will choose. We'll see. Hmm. These bans are pretty about what I expect. Nothing really crazy going on here, in my opinion.
And nothing too wild and crazy. You know, relatively standard core bans. Again, they had a respect ban with the Tide ban. Other than that, again, very
I
standard
mean,
stuff.
Tide is also really good against Beastmaster. Actually, I think that they could have considered just picking Beastmaster on A, to be honest, to respond to it, but
I mean, Tide 8.
Tide A, yeah, yeah. Or I think that Mars is still open. I think that they might look for Mars. Mars would be pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you don't want them having both. I think if Tide was picked, they would ban Abaddon, because if you get both Tide and Abaddon, you have 2 cores with a more or less an easy way to purge off the
Yeah.
war. So
I
it's
mean,
really
right
hard
now,
to use it.
the one thing with Abaddon though is that he's actually very bad at holding against the push early on. Like, they're gonna need another hero to come do that if they want to not give up their tower early. So that is something they get going.
Is it possible he could itemize less greedy item build to fight early, or
No, no,
is
no.
it
I
just
mean, like
committed to Radiant
Beastmaster with
Stamp
the
no matter
summons
what?
is just gonna like by the time Beastmaster gets helmed on, the summons are just gonna be too impactful. You know what I mean? Like, uh, they need other heroes who can gank the lane or swap to the lane and take it over. I mean, giving up your tower to Beastmaster though is not like the worst thing in the world. You know, that's just like it's fine. You know what I mean? It doesn't like end the game or anything. So
It's a classic. It's a classic read lane as well. It's gonna be Beastmaster 3,
also a lot of
Brewmaster
times the
4.
Beastmaster players just like fuck up really bad and like yeah.
Definitely gonna be interesting seeing the Reed
Wait, Brewmaster.
Brewmaster.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's the Reed Brewmaster. It's really good. I'm excited to watch it.
I know that I've seen Reed play it, and I know Reed is really good at it. I really wish they would have picked something stronger in lane with Beastmaster. But that's what is what it is. I
I
am
like
aware
this
that
lane.
Reed is really good at it, but it's just
This is the exact sort of lane they picked in their final season. And I think going back to a lane like this is how you get back to having some success in this league for your nightmare is over.
I mean, I think that like I don't know, teams just look a lot better nowadays to me. Like in this series in particular, I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm looking at this team. I'm looking at. I feel like it's, I know. I won't comment further. Hoodwink pick with Centaur Warrunner. Not really the biggest fan of Centaur here. Don't really get it. Uh, I don't know.
Maybe it's your anti-Brewmaster tech where if
I
Brew's
don't really
going
think it is
in, I mean, there's
anti-Brewmaster
only
tech
one
though.
hero can get Cyclone, so the remainder of the team can run away. But I guess it's
I don't think it's yeah. I don't. Centaur Warrunner doesn't sound good against this to me, to be honest. But it's just an all right hero. I think this is a pretty strong lane combo. So yeah. Trying to think what Radiant can pick actually. Because Centaur Warrunner plus Hoodwink is a pretty annoying lane actually. What carries are still in the pool?
there's still a couple of them left, but a lot of the goons been banned already.
The thing is, I was thinking lifesteal, but I don't know how well Rubik will defend a lifesteal. Monkey King, this is good.
The classical anti-Centaur lane.
I think if the Monkey King and the Rubik get to level 3, okay, they'll actually farm them. But that's I could see them feed. I could actually see. I think Centaur Warren or Hoodwink is really good at feeding off people being slightly out of position early on, and I could see them like chain killing either of these heroes. I do like that about their lane. I don't really like Monkey King though this game. I don't know.
You actually can't count out the possibility of it being a monkey mid, depending on what the 23 pick is.
Andy hasn't played it in so long. Like assuming that like I don't think Andy would be like, oh yeah, I'll play monkey mid, guys. Especially not knowing Squid's hero. Like I think the odds of it are so low.
The thing is,
Like
they have 24 though, so maybe
could be flex.
if Squid grabs some like mid who's terrible against monkey, then I know Andy's
Andy
mentioned
really
before,
doesn't like
but
playing heroes he doesn't play at all though. Like I don't think it's gonna be Andy's hero. Like I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe he really wants to play Monkey King and like they kind of no cares win or lose as a team. In which case I could see it, but yeah. What carry hero should or not carry? What mid hero should Dara take?
hmm.
Oh, you know what? They could pick Puck. They have horrible stuns. Oh, Puck is banned. Okay, never mind. What else?
I mean, I know Squid likes Storm. It's not banned, but
They have pretty bad stuns for Storm. Storm would be a good hero here. Leshrac would be a good hero here.
yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
I played with Squid. He's definitely on his mind.
All right, what could Andy play against this?
Like a lot of the good answers are banned already.
Honestly,
right?
honestly Pangolier is still a pretty good game for Pangolier. Trying to think. Trying to think what Andy plays that he would be good here.
I mean, Pango unbanned, Mars unbanned, Voice Spirit's unbanned as well. So we have some
I think
options
Mars
there.
would be okay. I think Pango would probably be a little bit better than Mars. Trying to think. Andy could play something wacky and wild like Spirit Breaker mid or something.
This team needs their 1-1 though. This is a must-win game to maintain their 1-1 streak. So
Andy could play Necrophos. Not that it would be good here, but I think
was gonna
Necrophos
say.
it would destroy the lane. And I'm curious to see how they would do if Squid had like no game at all and Andy just bought some team items and walked at them. But I don't know. It's kind of I was right about the Spirit
It
Breaker.
is the mid Spirit Breaker. I mean, if there's any Andy Bandy expert, it would be you. And
Yeah. Andy, I think is really good at Spirit Breaker because I mean he has very good like he's good at looking on the map and picking good kills to take. And he actually like plays Spirit Breaker and then knows a lot of the like smaller things. You know what I mean?
hmm.
Honestly, I think it's kind of a bad game for it, but I do kind of like it a lot in lads. I think in lads it's a kind of a and it's a hero that can do a lot even with the like look if you look at Radiant, like they do have a lot of stuns, but they're kind of like think about Rubik's stun, right? Rubik's stun needs points in it to be good. Like Brewmaster like doesn't really have a stun unless he's ulting. Like they're kind of weird, you know what I mean? But Andy has like these two really strong stuns. Also this hero can buy Silver Edge because it naturally goes Shadow Blade. And honestly, Andy's hero could one-shot Abaddon in this game, by the way, Badger. Like
Is it that much damage?
later on. But the thing is that Abaddon actually doesn't get tanky at all. If you think about the items Abaddon buys and his natural like stat scaling, Abaddon is not a tanky hero. Like it's really not.
Yeah, Abaddon's a pretty good strength gain, though. I mean, he definitely does.
No, I
Right?
think it's like I think for a strength hero, it's like below average. No, am I crazy? I thought.
I guess
I
it's,
feel like.
I mean, made for a strength hero, yeah, but it's still high in terms of like in a vacuum.
Oh yeah, but he has like, but like the thing is like strength heroes like, it's offset by them having bad agi gain, but I think he has kind of met both.
You know
Let me go look. Let me go look. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be
So
wrong.
Abaddon, only 2.6.
2.6? Yeah, bro. Badger, you might be an Abaddon expert, okay? But I used to be an Abaddon one trick in high MMR, alright? I would click this hero every fucking game, bro. So every time it got nerfed, alright, I'd be like, fuck, man, I'm gonna suck now. This is fucking
Dude,
bullshit.
if you had to ask me what the stat gain was on Abaddon for strength, I'd say like 3.1 or something, which honestly isn't that high, but it's 2.6.
Yeah, bro, I told you. I was pretty confident I was right, but honestly, Badger, you're the only other person who would make me unsure that I was about Abaddon. You know what I mean?
Like I knew it wasn't that good for a strength hero. I thought it was like, all right, I thought it was
No.
decent.
That's
Anyways.
the thing is, you always feel tankier than you are because of your spells. So your spells deceive you into thinking your hero has good stat gain, but it doesn't.
I've been deceived by my hero.
I don't get deceived by Abaddon. I'm a little too wise for his tricks.
Apparently I'm not. I don't know. Apparently I'm not. I mean, I haven't looked at numbers in years, so I don't know what the numbers are.
Oh,
Regardless,
I really hope that Hobbs buys a meteor hammer.
a very good chance it'll happen.
I could see Hobbs getting a Vanguard first item, but I don't know. I'm trying to think what Hobbs should do.
Yeah, it's Phase, Vanguard, Wand, and Quickbuy right now, from what we can tell. But...
Yeah, I'm imagining maybe Hobbs should go Vanguard first, actually. But I don't know. I think Meteor Hammer first, they could destroy them. I think with Vanguard first, they'll just win the lane, maybe, at best.
Either way, we will see. If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of Your Nightmare is Over. Wait a minute. Andy's fine here. Yeah, welcome to game number 2. If you are just joining us to of Your Nightmare is Over, taking on the Sassy Cephalopods. Andy's still taking damage, by the way. He's still not going to die.
Honestly, this is pretty pogged by Dire's support duo. Storm is actually a really good hero at killing and punishing Spearbreaker in the lane. Especially when Spearbreaker's starting the lane at like 200 HP. Oh, he got pulled to tango by Sauce. That's a nice play. Well, you're gonna kind of fucked up the excuse my language. Well, you're gonna kind of messed up the creep aggro, like or like the holding the wave. What's it called? What do you call it? Blocking the wave. Blocking the wave.
Look at top lane though. Top lane's where the fun is right now. There's a lot of brawling top lane again.
Oh, Alaska with no stick, kind of a little misplay. I'm assuming I guess they didn't think the Beastmaster would, because I think Beastmasters are going to be spamming axes. Actually, no, Beastmaster. I don't know what build Beastmaster should go. Hobbs or Badger. It's kind of weird.
I mean, again,
should probably go axes.
Historically, it's a lot of axes and lanes like this, but
Gyro is pretty decent at just walking up and clicking the boar. Honestly, if this guy was really good actually though at microing his boars, I actually think this is a good lane for boars, especially with the Brewmaster. But I don't know how comfortable they are in like really microing the boar to like not be like taking extra damage and feeding, you know. In which case, axes is way easier to play.
And it's 1-1 right now, so there's still room to go either direction as it currently stands.
I'm curious to see how mid goes. I think Squid's gonna build up a lead. The question is how big. But honestly, either hero could kill each other. This lane is kind of volatile.
Sometimes you just gotta run it down. It just get bashed apparently. Wait a minute. Andy's forward right now. So is Squid. Everyone's low right now. I don't think Andy dies here, but again, that's you mentioned volatility, and the moment after you said that, it got volatile real fast in here.
Yeah. This lane, like this lane, might be where we see our first blood. Honestly, there's a decent chance of it.
All chat from Andy's asking how Squid's doing. You know, like everyone water runes. How goes it? Ooh, good deny.
So far, the Radiant lane looks like they're very safely getting to level 3, so that's really good for them. Feel like maybe the Hobbs side is overestimating how strong this lane is level 1 and 2, honestly. I think they should be really trying to take some trades here, and they don't seem to be looking very aggressively for a trade. Now, once we're going to hit the big level 3, though, Jingu Mastery becomes a significantly better spell with its second point. Like, you gain 15% lifesteal and 30 bonus damage on each auto, so like, that's kind of insane. Andy almost dying mid. Oh, Andy walking back up. Andy's insane.
Andy is actually just dead. First probably going to go Colonel Squid. Meanwhile, top lane, the very low diesel as well. It's across the map, fantastic dire-sided trade going on right now. All the way to see 2 core kills. That's how bad it was getting.
Oh, Dire is doing way better on dealing with the creep. Like, Dire's reaction to the creep pull is really good. The support is staying up there and trying to deny and getting EXP. I'm gonna say that I was pretty worried that this Brewmaster is gonna be way too weak, and kind of is demonstrating that. They are going boards on the Beastmaster, but Beastmaster's already making me kind of lose confidence in his boar micro. I don't know why his boar is last hitting with him. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to. Sorry, that's kind of toxic, but like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you know?
I'm not really a Beastmaster expert. I can't really comment, but
like the Brewmaster and the boar should have walked up to try and get EXP there together, and the Beastmaster just take the wave solo, which probably should have happened. But it's whatever. Andy and Squid matchup. Oh, Squid is quite far ahead in CS. This lane. Squid's having a great start to his game. Already has a Falcon Blade. Wow.
He's 23-9 versus Spearbreaker's 13-2. It's a big lead right now.
Yeah.
And again, I'm sure Spearbreaker can have some impact anyways without farm, but
it's more about
farm
Storm having
helps,
a good start, honestly. Like if Andy like it wasn't giving the Storm a kill, it wouldn't really matter that he is getting free farm. But like, yeah, because Spear Breaker doesn't actually need a lot. I'll say that I think he should have had a stick in his starting inventory, to be honest.
Big trade stop lane. Seems like Reed's gonna die. He'll use his magic stick on the Brewmaster. Alaska cuts off the path for the Brew. He'll go juking to the north. But with Bloom and Alaska hot on his tail, that'll be a dead Brewmaster. Now Diesel has been slowed. Alaska has missile in 3, but seems like Diesel will get away. Unless Bushy Bloom's way faster. He's got the slow. This could be a tower dive. Alaska's on the way forward. The creep will tank the rocket barrage if that's the play, but again, his dive appears to be way too strong. Diesel will get silenced. In comes a TP. Not before the Brewmaster is dead. One more kill going the way of Bloom and Alaska. Alaska will TP to the fountain. Bloom will return to CSing.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was worried about with this Brewmaster pick. Like, honestly, like they executed that dive so badly, and it doesn't even really matter. Like, no offense to them, but like I think they weren't on the same page about diving. It seemed like Alaska was committed, and then Bloom started walking away, and it kind of like messed up the dive. They just weren't on the same page. But yeah, I don't know. Beastmaster's still only level 3. Like, this is kind of what my concern with this lane.
And Bloom ended up actually feeding himself on purpose to the tower at the end of that
I
before
saw that,
Beastmaster recently. Like, wait a minute. I'm going to die. I accept my death. I'm going to walk into the tower now.
Oh. No, they can't do anything here.
There's a little bit of action, but again, nothing they can do at this point. And again, Andy called it in the pregame, like, hey, I'll see you at minute 6 of the rune, Redbot in Alaska. And Alaska not there this time, but Redbot most certainly showing up in minute 6.
Yeah, I'll say that I'm curious to see how much. Okay, Squid's porting
TP bottom of Squid, TP will get canceled by Andy. Over to bottom, it wasn't a 2v2, it will continue as a 2v2 now. No Storm arriving. Ultra will zone away Hobbs and Redbot as a result.
Ultra Gunner and Sauce probably both would have died there 100%. So
nice little ball in there. I
I'll
mean, he
say
had full
Hobbs-
mana, yeah, pretty much.
Hobbs still getting very good last hits even after the Monkey King hits.
Squid's
Like,
still diving. Vortex is in. He's got low mana, but Andy is so low on 8th. Nurse will hit. Andy is running. Squid is entirely out of mana, however. So it's a walk away play from Andy Bendy. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they now know Monkey is alone. They saw the Rubik TP. But instead, it's middle lane where Squid gets run down at the mana. Re-TP'd into the T1 tower as well. Back to the bottom lane again, though. It's Monkey being gone on by 2. He has no Jingu. Currently active. Redbot has the slow. But with that, with the Boundless strike into the Tree Dance, Ultra will juke away from Hobbs and Redbot.
The Beastmaster's just bored. Just gonna dude, this. I don't know about this Beastmaster pick. I'm not really believing in it right now. No offense to Radiant.
And Beastmaster is getting
Bloom
dove,
is not
again,
dropping
it's a
tower
turn
aggro.
there.
What is he doing?
There's no borrow time skilled yet on the Abaddon, but he's holding a skill point for that one. Over to bottom lane, charge in by Andy, but a 2-man pushback into a 2-man response. Boundless strike will keep them in place. So it's Redbot run on down. Good boundless strike there from the Ultra Gunner Monkey. Thought it would be an escape the 2-man bushwhack, but
Oh, I think Monkey King
Not
should knock
enough.
out Radiance. Is this really? Let me go look at Dota Pro Tracker. This doesn't look like a good Radiance game to me. I don't really get it. Why they would do this? Maybe it's really popular on. It does not seem to be that popular, and I feel like it's also not a good game for it, which makes me think that they should not do this. I feel like Monkey King with this start and like Monkey King has a lot of heroes to make space. I think Monkey King should go like Battle Fury and try to solo carry this game because Spear Breaker is literally just gonna chain gank, and once Beastmaster has like the helm item, they can be really in front of the enemy heroes.
you were hoping for Meteor Hammer. Meteor Hammer, not the case on Centaur. But the Vanguard will be... Wait a minute, what is that in the Courier? That's phase, never mind. We're not even that close to the Vanguard being finished on Centaur yet. Ops is very high net worth, but no actual items. Meanwhile, top lane split has been used. Bloom actually skilled an extra point into the Curse of Avert, so there's no borrowed time available.
Oh, wow.
Now it's Alaska getting dove. It's currently the 2v1, turning into a 3v1 with the Rubik arriving, but again, it's Rubik not even needed. It's already 2 kills.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, middle lane Squid with the Illusion Rune. Solo killed Andy Bendy, so at least something in the way of the dire, but again, you lose 2 top lane. You'll probably take a lot of damage in that T1 tower as well, so a big loss there in the top lane.
I feel like that's a pretty big mistake for like that's pretty painful to die up there as Abaddon. I was just like, oh, they're just holding a skill point, and then they don't have it. Also, they didn't really respect how strong the Brewmaster ulti would be as well. Weren't quite kited back enough for it.
Abaddon still no ulti. Seems like Radiant want to punish it once again, but with the last.
I mean, they don't have Brew Split. Like, what are they gonna do?
Squid balls in, going to Reed and Sauce. Vortex is held. Sauce is going to die, and as will Reed. The core Diesel will get away, but again, that's 2 kills going back the other direction. So Andy is now in a fun time right now. Looking at this net worth situation, he is about to be 7th in net worth. It's not looking. I mean, before the Brewmaster death, he was 7th in net worth, so it's not a fun time right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's okay for Spearbreaker to be a little poor. This is more poor than Spearbreaker should be, though. And also, it's okay for Beastmaster to be a little poor, but Beastmaster's not even almost, like... I was pretty worried about the strength of the lane, but, like, on top of that, like, they were not really using the Beast... For example, Beastmaster didn't send his board to stack the hard camp, or Ancients. You ever see people do this? A lot of Beastmaster players, like, a lot of, you know, like, really, like, skilled Beastmaster players, they send their their boards over and over to stack the Ancients, and then they just farm it with their Q in a smoke or something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, again, he didn't end up doing that as a skill build though. He went for the
Hey, he's not really microing his boards very well either, so they're kind of useless. They're not useless, but like they're not getting high value out of them in the lane and fights. Beastmaster is incredibly strong though, just walking down things with his Helm Dom, so it might not matter. We'll see.
Seems like Sauce has acquired his ultimate on the Rubik. That's an acorn shot, not too valuable, but it's something. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ultra. Never mind, Ultra's fine. He'll tank the rocket eventually, but it's top lane where the fun's going to happen. There's Diesel and Reed on the push, but it's Alaska and Bloom on the defense. Back to one more 2v2. Sauce is nearby, but more importantly, so is Andy Bendy, so could be a 4-man dive top lane very soon.
Yeah, still, like, he's gonna have the Helm Dom creep in a second, but they don't have it quite yet, which is where a lot of Beastmaster's power comes from early on.
Alaska is being dove. And again, she's going to get actually saved by Hobbs for now. Blue man fight split's been used by Reed. Andy will dive to the sharpshooter from Red Bot, so it's already 1 dead on the Radiant side on the dive. The Brewlings remain alive, but again, the Brewlings are not that long for life. Borrow time gets activated. The Earth Bruling will allow Reed to begin to retreat into the trees, but again, you lose Ultra in the mid lane as well, who is isolated alone, brought down by the Centaur and the Storm. Back to the top lane again, it's Reed being run down by 3. He'll walk away, shielded up by the Stolen Shield, but it's a Roar. Now there in Alaska, Bloom has no ult, he still has plenty of wand charge, still wants to man up, but again, across the map's an absolute Radiant side disaster. Sure, you get 1 kill at long last, but you lose across the map 2 different cores. He might lose a 3rd one now. It's Brewmaster, stunned by Bushwhack, brought down by Bloom. 3,000 net worth lead now for meanwhile, mid lane again. It's still Squid and Hobbs diving further, bringing down Andy again. Now it's still Sauce running away. Ultra, he's respawned, but again, the tree kill from
nice
Hobbs. Sauce dead. Ultra wants something, but again, what can you possibly do other than get dove again, actually? He'll deny the tower. He'll get away, but again, it's danger zone for Ultra Gunner. His game is...
Okay, I think Ultra Gunner should get an Echo Saber, or like something to fight with, because this game could get really bad really fast.
It's getting real bad real fast, but it can get real worse real fast.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's a good point. What did Squid buy, by the way? Squid went Witchblade. I'm actually really worried for Radiant. I think Squid could just start farming them. Like, Squid could get a Kaya, and then, I don't know, maybe go Kaya Sanj, go Kaya BKB, whatever, and then just start farming them so hard. Also, like, I said that the Abaddon isn't good at holding against the Beastmaster lane, but like when the Abaddon is up like 3k gold on you, or you know, like I mean, he's holding it forever. Although right now it might be too long, bro. You have no mana.
He still has borrowed time. He'll activate it manually, but again, it's going to be a death on Bloom eventually. Keyword eventually. The team's on the way.
I mean, he held this tower for way longer than I would expect an Abaddon lane to hold the tower. I think that Bloom's death is kind of bad there, but like in the big picture, like this lane went like insanely well for them.
If you look at it like net worth, 1, 2, 3, it's all dire cores. It's Hobbs, Bloom, and Squid, all extremely close in net worth. Way ahead of all their
Monkey King
has.
cannot buy Radiant. I think Monkey
By the way,
King
solo kill by Colonel. Wait, sorry, never mind. Still a solo kill for Colonel Squid on Sauce.
I think Monkey King needs to buy like an Echo Saber so that they have some HP. Because I think that Squid might just chain kill. Like, if Squid like thinks about it, he'll be like, okay, this guy, like when he sees that he's buying a Radiance, he'll be like, dude, this guy's actually food for me. Like, look, this guy has 1,000 HP, like flat.
Seeing it right now. Again, it's Ultra already
is Squid
half
doing?
HP. Stampede committed. Ultra Gunner dead. Red Bot is being gone on by the Primal Split of Reed. But again, you know, it's only going to be a hoodwink kill in exchange for your carry. Not a good trade. You need to kill Squid or at least a Gyrocopter. Gyro's going forward. If you ask us, you know what? I'll move towards Hobbs. May I thought I survive. Turns out you probably don't survive. Gyro's dropping. Gyro's dead. 2 supports. But Squid, once again, balling on in for Sauce. Vortex on Andy. Squid has about half mana right now, killing Sauce. Now turns over to Reed. He's stunned by the stolen homing missile. He's stunned by the chart, and he's dead on Squid. That's a lot of gold going back at long last. Fed over by the storm over to the Brewmaster.
Reed is actually really close to Aghanims.
Wait.
I think that this could be. I think that they could get a lot of value out of this early while there's no BKBs and not a lot of like defensive items on Dire.
This is only a 2,000 net worth lead now. They've thrown away half their lead already. Mid lane, Hobbs blinks in, but misses the hoof stomp. And Radiant run away.
Curious to see what Hobbs will build. Not actually sure what Hobbs should build. I do think that maybe getting like a drums actually no, someone should get a drums I think on Dire, but that could just be the gyro after shard or it could be the hoodwink. What should Hobbs buy? Maybe pipe? Maybe.
Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to Aghanims. I think. Wait, never mind. Old Aghanims.
No. But I was gonna say
Aghs,
there's no way you're thinking of. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
Oh, one thing I think is actually really smart to do is gyrocopter. I only thought of it like I think you should skill your E as gyrocopter when you're against Rubik like kind of early, and this way you can always WE so that you don't give away the spell. I think giving away the Mistil is not fun.
Top lane,
Andy's
long
dead,
ball
though.
in by Squid. Andy will die to Bloom and Squid. Yeah, really, there's no bad steal for Rubik against Gyro right now. Rocket Barrage, good. Missile, good. Call down, good. Level 1, flat
I'd say
cannon, not
Rocket
good.
Barrage, like, Rubik doesn't always want to walk into range for Rocket Barrage, so that's kind of mid, but like, even Rocket Barrage is decent, and then Homing Missile and Call Down are amazing.
Speaking of
Oh,
Rubik,
Squid
he's
is-
dead, by the way. Squid, another solo kill. He is just completely out of control right now. We might see another kill as well with a Diesel stun with a Bushwhack. Sharpshooter to follow up. There's no third hero coming on over. It's just the Brewmaster and Hoodwink and a bit of a do-si-do. The Beastmaster walking away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Bloom has Radiance, and now they're kind of like an unmovable threat. Monkey King is about to have Radiance. I still think that this is like a horrible idea. I think that like Squid could just start farming him really easily.
Ultra's being run down by Bloom right now. Ultra will TP away. There's no cancel. The cancel is not here. Meanwhile, middle lane, Sauce was stolen. Homing missile plus the Brewmaster split, looking to move middle lane. Andy charges in now. Cancel charge move over to Alaska on the gyrocopter. The split expired, but again, it's a roar onto Hobbs on the south side. The Hobbs is very, very tanky. Both teams have a missile flying. Centaur is stunned. Brewmaster will be stunned. But for now, nobody's dead quite yet. The
never
Brewmaster
actually killed
Aghanim
the-
thingy is keeping things alive.
They never actually killed the gyrocopter. Pretty insane that they kind of just walked away and was like, oh, we need to go for the Centaur. Kind of underestimating how tanky Centaur is.
All in on Sauce once again, and one more solo kill for Squid on Sauce. I think the third or fourth time we've seen that happen this game. We'll probably see it a few more times before the game's over.
Yeah. I think if Squid went Kaya Sanj into a Lincoln's, I think Squid's unkillable.
Oh, here we go
Oh,
again.
so
Ball
close.
forward. A good dodge by Ultra Gunner. But we see one more kill, but not this time. Not this time.
All right, Squid, chill out. You guys won game 1. Okay, chill. Not a big fan of that all chatting. I thought all their all chats earlier were cute. That was a little uncalled for though. They are winning game 2 pretty hard as well. So
Well, it seems like Andy may be in what I'm going to describe as moderate danger. Those teammates are not too far away. Alaska has the rocket, but instead it's a ball in for Sauce. Oh no, poor Sauce. Not again. Sharpshooter completely misses, but it's not going to matter. That's a dead Sauce.
yeah, I mean at least it was Sauce instead of a core, but
You went over
is
to
going-
Bloom. I mean,
Bloom
let's
is
use the
fine.
borrowed time right now. He's still relatively isolated. The teammates are now TPing in. It's mostly Redbot here right now, but seems like Radiant have run out of damage.
Yeah. No, I'm just so I don't know what this monkey. I don't know. I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of Radiance items either. I'm kind of worried. Mostly the Monkey King Radiance, but I'm just worried for them. I also think that Brewmaster should buy a Lotus Orb instead of a pipe. And I think Beastmaster. I mean, Beastmaster doesn't even have his full dom though, I guess. So he's kind of. It's not really. He just needs more gold straight up. I do. Okay, Hobbs is going the pipe, which I think is good. I think that, like, for example, Sphere Breaker is magical damage. Like, Brewmaster is entirely magical damage. Rubik is a pretty high damage hero. Beastmaster axes, etc. What do you?
The concern is though is are you just too far behind again? Oh, Bushwhack misses Stomp Lane. Andy will get away as a result, but
I don't think they were. I don't think they were killing Andy either way, to be honest.
yeah, probably not. But he went from near 0% to literally.
It went from
0%.
like a 5% chance to like a 0% chance. You know.
Because you need Bushwhack and the Sharpshooter, everything to hit and nothing hit.
Yeah, I don't know if Bloom would have gotten 4 attacks off in time to stun him. It would have been the real to silence him would have been the real question. Who knows? Or if they have detection. Oh, they need to make sure to carry dust.
Squid balls in, looking for Ultra, and Ultra gets demolished by Alaska and Squid. Andy will charge away, but again, there is only sadness, only darkness for the Your Nightmare is Over side. And again, the nightmare of 1-1s might end, but not in the way they want it. Meanwhile, Bloom's top lane, man fighting. He's got the borrowed time still. He'll activate it manually to run down Diesel, and that'll be a dead Beastmaster. Charge. Could not save him in time. Reed now runs forward, but again, Bloom just does not care. He is actually probably going to just kill the Brewmaster Brewlings here. Split is activated, but again, Bloom's absolutely fine. Sauce arrives as well, but with the remainder of the Dire arriving, it'll be a dead Rubik. The Brewlings need to somehow run away. Storm Brewling puts the Abaddon up into the air, but again, the Earth Brewling's getting run on down by Alaska as Squid balls in for Ultra once again. He'll bound the strike. There's a bash. He needs more bashes, but he cannot find him. Ultra Gunner dead. Andy will charge. He still can't kill the Storm Spirit. In comes the ball. In comes the damage. It's Andy on the run, and Andy dead under his tier 2 tower during all of that. Redbot isolated in the 1v1, found the real Brewmaster, killing him with whatever hoodwink spells were used in that situation.
Dire's doing a great job of farming the map, and then when Radiant makes a move because they're kind of forced to, or they have no map to farm, they then collapse. I think that Dire's playing really well right now. Like I think Radiant needs Dire to play worse, honestly. Like at this point, you know what I mean? Like it's not really the game's not really. They don't have a lot of agency. I think. I think with Monkey BKB, I think with the Monkey BKB, that could be a pretty big timing though. They could. I think with Monkey BKB, they need to find a pick off into Storm Spirit and try to leverage it into a Roshan with Beastmaster and Monkey King. I think that's got to be the game plan. Hey guys, we need to get a pick off on Storm, and then we need to hope that's enough to take Roshan.
One more ball in by Colonel Squid. That'll be a dead sauce eventually. Correction, a dead sauce right now. Yeah, I mean, if they can get the right fight and turn it around, but oh god, Squid's is balling in again! That's the problem though, Squid is just everywhere right now. What do you do about the Storm Sphere problem? You just don't do anything.
They have really bad stuns for like it's really Andy has to charge him preempt, like it's hard. It's really hard. It basically requires Andy to preemptively get him. Beastmaster is like a little too weak. He kind of just dies instantly, so he can't really get his spell off. It's just tough. They need to smoke. They need to chain stun Storm, kill him, and then they need to try going Roshan and hoping Dire won't contest, because Dire could actually contest even while he's dead. But they need a big gold swing. Like
another oh no, Ultra's still stunned. The Vortex, the Remnant, Squid is running low on mana, but he'll still dodge the Boundless Strike. That's a dead Ultra Gunner.
I think this Radiance was so grief. I feel like if he had like other items, it might be having more game impact. Because his lane started off pretty well, or it was going well. But
Bloom blinks in aggressively. A very bold gambit he's going for onto the Abaddon. shield is stolen by Sauce. Abaddon's being kited around, but with the borrowed time and blink, he should be fine. He will be fine. This game is feeling incredibly unplayable for the Radiant right now.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of had concerns when I saw like, hey, is this guy gonna be an actual Beastmaster player? And then I feel like it's like tough. I don't know. I think the Monkey King was like, oh, this is your lane that's gonna be really good, and then like it was pretty good, but like I think that the item choices were very suspect. Although I'd say actually Radiant's biggest problem was how hard they lost their off lane. I think that like picking the Brewmaster was so greedy with the Beastmaster into Gyrocopter, and then on top of that they didn't really like it wasn't really played great either.
Roshan's low. Radiant go for a miracle steal. Roar on Abaddon. Middle purge with the borrowed time. Squid still in the Roshan pit. Ultra low. Ultra will die. Squid grabs the Aegis. Radiant lose the core. Andy's charging through looking for whatever he can. Maybe he'll get Alaska. Alaska's depth. Trades for Sauce and for Diesel. Currently a 3-for-1. And well, Andy, who's invis, will somehow get away actually. But it seems like Reed will not be so lucky. Hunted down by Hobbs and Colonel Squid. Another 4-for-1 trade. Andy's now just charging on around, but wait, he's gonna charge into Squid. Squid is set up again! Colonel Squid! He's everywhere! He's godlike! It's over. Just call it.
Yeah, I think Squid should just buy a Lincoln's, and I think Squid is actually unkillable with the Lincoln's. Like, straight up unkillable. I know Ags is really fun and probably maybe better, but I think Lincoln's is so like if he has Lincoln's, dude, how do they even like touch him? Like, I'm not joking when I say that. I think he's literally unkillable with the Lincoln's. Like, right now he could still get chain comboed after his age is out, right? But like, I don't know, man. If he buys the Lincoln's, like, what are they gonna do? All of their stuns are so bad against Lincoln's.
I guess the idea is don't lose the Aegis, hope the enemy calls GG in the next 5 minutes, and then if that's the case, you don't need Lincolns.
Fair.
Well, Bloom walks forward. Apparently at this point, Bloom is the unkillable tank. Andy will charge forward to the next creep wave. But it's not dead. Not quite enough charge damage, though. Again, it's a relatively injured creep wave. Maybe that'll be the gameplay, is say, you know what? Even though it's a very hard game to win, it's not an impossible game to win. We'll play the slow game, we'll rat it on up, we'll cut the waves, we'll play the split game, Andy mid lane, Ultra top lane, just play the slow game. And
it is so hard to split push into the storm, though. Like,
yep, it is. It is very hard, you're right.
Oh,
but it's required.
Oh, he's not being charged, never mind.
And you know Andy's top, I think, but Andy's still fine.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, bottom lane.
Our Radiant should want to fight this with 5 heroes. There is no storm. They actually could try. I don't think that they need someone to fuck up, but I don't know if it's happening.
Well, I think Storm can literally ball from that far away though. Like he can ball from that
he'll
far
have really
into
little
the bottom
mana.
lane.
Like,
he's got Aegis though. Like he just ball in, die, and then that full mana.
No, but like, okay, it would have been it was a window if they TP'd away to the bottom really fast and they did it really well. They might have been able to actually win a fight. I think you're overestimating the Storm hero a little bit. They've nerfed.
I don't know, man. There's been a game this patch where Storm balled on me from the literal Dire base into like the you see the camp Ultra's at? He balled from Dire base to that camp in the Radiant jungle. And
Yeah,
like
but that's like super late game Storm with like.
It was like minute 40. He was not much more farm than Squid is.
I think he had an Arcane Blink, which lets you do the base dips. The Arcane Blink is like. The Arcane Blink item is like kind of insane.
Bottom lane, Ultra is caught. He'll bound the strike. He wants to get into a tree dance. 2 seconds. 1 second. He's turned into a tree. He's now in the trees further, trying to get away. Sharpshooter will hit.
Just to my point, look at how little mana Storm had after he jumped from mid to bottom there, like literally none. Just to but that's fine. I don't think it matters either way, really. Yeah, I don't know. Radiant. What can they do right now? Radiant can help the Dire feeds into them.
Well, Squid TP's away to go on Diesel. Diesel is vortexed in. His menagerie joins him in the grave as well. Squid is no longer here, however. So no Storm. This could be Radiant's best chance to fight. But the problem is they're just losing the barracks. Melee's dead, range rack's dead, full set down, bottom lane, and we're just losing more base. Oh dear God, it's a dead Brewmaster again. I mean, it's Andy charging in, but there is nothing you can do. Buyback has been used by Reed, but it's desperation time. Your base is crumbling. You must defend your base, but you cannot defend your base. What can you possibly do? It's impossible. Catch-22. Bloom is just out of control right now. Again, another charge in by Andy. Canceled at Bloom's feet. We are inches away from 2 racks taken. Reed will use Primal Split. The melees remain alive. Bloom is lifted towards the Radiant heroes further, but he blinks with the borrowed time over to Hobbs. Centaur is still about 3/4 HP. Stampede still available. Nobody is dying. Nobody's even close to dying. Sure, maybe Squid is being gone on top lane at the exact right time with Edith's expiring. Airstrike in. They've canceled the region. The roar is there. They finally killed Colonel Squid. Lincoln's not purchased. Life not maintained. Problem, your base. It is still dying. Range rack's dead. Charge hits on 2. Bloom has borrowed time once again. Ultra has the Wukongs. He's trying. He's desperate, but the damage is too much. Sharpshooter hits. Ultra is still alive. And at long last, the base may have been defended. Balance Strike misses this time from Ultra. The racks still very low. Blink, Hoofstomp hits on Brewmaster. Brewmaster is 130 HP but not dead. Andy has the off-angle charge. They're in Alaska. She's still alive. Rack's still low, still being taken. Radiant Glyph. The defense, it remains frenetic, but it remains there. Gyro low. Abaddon, no borrow time. Blink in, Hoofstomp, Ultra's dead. And that's your carry down. And Brewmaster is incredibly low. The charge through hits on 3. But again, your buildings, they are dead. They have crumbled. They are gone. Despite valiant efforts, it still seems like a very easy 2-0 win for the Sassy Cephalopods right now. Yeah, I mean, there's just no base. There's still top racks, but again, this is... Charge through, hits on 2, hoof stomp there on Andy. Andy is half HP as Bloom blinks in for Diesel. Diesel and Andy both are in danger. Both are going to die, and both are dead. All 3 cores down. And we had to tier 4s.
They had a good run. They had a good run.
I mean, given how the game looked 5 minutes ago, it's honestly about as good as you could expect, but... Oh god, Squid's back again! The Vortex, the Bushwhack, the Wombo combo! Give him the hoof stomp, give him 2 more kills! 40 kills for the Sassy Squids. Ultra's back, but Ultra will not be defending this base. You will not get your 9th 1-1 draw. You will fall 0-2 for the first time this season. And for the Sassy Cephalopods, they're up to 500. This is a big turnaround these last few series, and they are possibly in position to snag that 4th playoff spot for upper brackets.
Oh, does that mean we could pick from them?
If they make upper bracket, then yeah, we can pick them.
Are we first place guaranteed?
Not quite yet, but we have to lose both our games, and Filski's team have to win every single game left in their season.
Do we play against anyone we know on Friday?
We played DKMP, Sonogod, Flesh Canoe. Artorias knows Flesh Canoe pretty well.
Cool.
Thanks for coming to the cast, guys. Please subscribe to Badger. He has not paid me in a while, and yeah.
Got any analysis? You good with your final words?
Any analysis? I feel like I commented a lot on. I don't want to say anything because I feel like I was kind of flaming him, and like I don't really want to be flaming people, but I don't know, just yeah, you know what I mean.
All right, so you're good. You nothing to say.
Yeah. I think I'll say
grats to the
grats
people.
I'll say grats to the Hobbs team, and I'll say to the Sauce team. You know, don't get too down, Buckos.
All right, cool. My name is Badger. If I'm to cast your games, cast your tournaments, you know where to find me. Twitter.com/Badger2 or on Discord, Badger5713. Especially if you're a TL looking for a caster or a tournament admin/organizer. Hit me up. Got a big hole in my schedule since Beyond the Summit decided to have some problems, so yeah. Contact me, please hire me. As always, thank you for watching, and as always, have a great night.